How we doing today? Today we're gonna be talking about the Bulls and the Hawks, the last game of the year. This game doesn't really count that much, but still, you still want to go in to the game with full good momentum because the playoffs are right around the side. The storyline of this game is the Bulls are going for the 50th win. The Hawks really don't have nothing to play for. Would they sit down their players as the playoffs start this Friday, or will they play all their players? That's the big question. Why? What's gonna happen? Why would if they would play them? What they won't play them? And how? What are the Bulls? Are the Bulls gonna sit down Rose because of the lad's game to get him ready for the playoffs, or will they let him play a lot of minutes? How did the announcers connect to the audience? Well, the announcers connect to the audience, and we're talking a lot about Rose. How Rose gonna react to the playoffs? There wasn't a lot like an intense game because it's the last game of the season, so it's not like it's a back and forth, all very exciting type of game. It's more about talking about the future of the playoffs and what's gonna be going on. They're talking about the Bulls, the Hawks, and how they're gonna do in the playoffs, and then a lot focus on Rose. Rose played around 13, 14 minutes. The audience wanted to see Rose do good in the last game, but they set him down. They only let him play a couple of minutes for him to rest and be ready for the playoffs. The storyline breaking down during the game was all about Rose. They were talking about a lot about Rose, about how he's gonna do during the playoffs. Another thing that developed during the game was they would talk about each seed and what team going into the playoffs has a better chance as a low seed to get better or to make an impact, like a Pacers or something like that, that have their players back and have able to make an impact in the playoffs that nobody thinks they will do. So that's one of the storylines that was getting developed during the game. There was not a lot of tweeting during the game, just because it was the last game. People really wasn't into the game as much as the normal regular season. Now that it's the last game of the season, people wasn't really into the game. They tweeted a little bit. It was more of a fun thing. It wasn't more like a competition thing. Here are some of the samples that were tweeted. Some of the observations that I realized in this game was that just like I said before, um, the fans wasn't really into the game. Mostly they were there to find out more about the playoffs and like hear the announcement talk about the playoffs and what's gonna be going on about the playoffs. Cause most of the players that people want to see wasn't playing. Like Rose didn't play in the second half, so it's like a lot of their players wasn't really playing. It was more about keeping the fans there. So to keep the fans there, the media was gonna talk about the playoffs and what's gonna be going on with the playoffs, and that's how they kept the audience intact.